Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we're talking about something huge, generative AI. It's not just a tech headline anymore, right? It's showing up in our classrooms and it's starting to completely reshape the future of education.
So let's just dive right in. I mean, this is the question on everyone's mind, from students all the way up to school principals. Is something like ChatGPT the ultimate cheat sheet? Or is it the future of school? We're going to dig into what the latest research is actually telling us.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll start small, at the micro level. How are students and teachers actually using this stuff day to day? Then we'll zoom out a bit to see how it's changing the whole classroom. And finally, we'll get to the really big picture, the opportunities, the risks, and what this could mean for the entire education system down the road. All right, first up, the students. Let's really get inside their heads for a minute. How are learners really using these tools? And we're not just talking about one place. We're talking all across the globe.
And wow, the ways they're using it are, well, they're all over the map. We're talking about everything from summarizing super dense articles to brainstorming ideas for an essay. Some are even using it to practice speaking a new language. It's basically become this on-demand 24/7 personal tutor that's always available.
And the thing is, this isn't just some generic one-size-fits-all tool. No way. It's being tailored for some really specific fields. For example, research shows med students in Brazil are using it to prep for exams. And get this, it's even being used to teach super complex stuff like Social Security law in Nicaragua. It's kind of becoming this niche expert in like a million different subjects.
Okay, but here's something really interesting. It turns out not all AIs are the same. Studies with grad students found a really clear difference. For quick back-and-forth conversations, ChatGPT is king. But for really deep, heavy-duty academic research, a different tool, like DeepSeek, is way better. It just goes to show you, it's all about using the right tool for the right job.
So that's the student side of the story. But, they're only half the equation, right? What about the teachers? How are they turning AI into a powerful new partner in the classroom?
Well, for one thing, they're using it to seriously streamline their workload. I mean, think about it. What used to take hours of prep time can now be done in just a few simple steps. A teacher can just say, here's my learning goal. Ask the AI to spit out some core ideas and examples, and then, and this is the cool part, tweak it to fit specific standards, like, say, the Vietnamese math curriculum. And boom, at the end, it can even generate a quiz.
And it goes way, way beyond just lesson plans. It's really becoming an assistant for almost everything a teacher does. Designing fun, interactive activities, helping with grading and feedback, and taking care of all that boring administrative stuff. The whole idea is to free up teachers so they can focus on what really matters, actually connecting with their students.
So, okay, you've got students using these tools, you've got teachers using these tools. It's pretty much inevitable then that the entire dynamic of the classroom is starting to really shift.
And this quote from the research just nails it. The old model, the sage on the stage just lecturing, that's starting to fade. Instead, teachers are becoming more like guides or facilitators, helping students use this tech to explore and learn on their own.
And if you look at the data, you can see exactly where the focus is shifting. The biggest piece of the pie, by far, is personalized learning, tailoring the experience for each student. After that, you've got more interactive practice and, maybe most importantly, real-time feedback. That's something that was just impossible to do for a whole classroom before. Okay, so let's pull the camera back a bit. We've seen the classroom level, but what about the entire education system? What are the massive opportunities here? What's the big picture upside to all of this? I mean, the potential benefits are just huge. Just think about it for a second. An education that's totally customized to your pace and your learning style. Or even bigger, imagine AI helping to level the playing field, giving students everywhere access to top-notch resources they could never get before. And believe me, this is already making waves financially. The research shows it's having a huge, disruptive impact on the edtech world. All those companies are scrambling to build AI into their products. But what's really interesting is that traditional schools and universities, they haven't really felt the financial hit yet.
But there's always a but, isn't there? This isn't all sunshine and roses. On the flip side of the coin, this whole revolution brings some really serious risks with it. And we have to face them head-on if we want to get any of this right.
And make no mistake, these challenges are just as big as the opportunities. You've got the obvious stuff, right? Concerns about cheating and plagiarism. But then there are the deeper worries. Like, what if students start relying on it too much and stop thinking for themselves? What about hidden biases in the AI? And what about the kids who don't have access? This could make the digital divide even wider.
Yeah, let's actually stick with that last one for a minute because it's so important. Algorithmic bias. This is a huge deal. It's when the AI basically reinforces or even makes worse the inequalities that already exist in our society. If the data it learns from is biased, then its answers will be biased. And in a classroom, well, that's a massive risk.
So, you have this immense potential on one hand and these really serious risks on the other. It begs the question, where do we go from here? What's the game plan?
Well, the research actually points to a pretty clear path. We can't just sit back and let this happen. We need to be proactive. That means creating clear rules on how to use it ethically, making sure teachers and students get proper training, and of course, investing in the right tech so that every student gets a fair shot.
So, at the end of the day, this whole conversation isn't about technology versus teachers. That's the wrong way to look at it. The real win is finding that perfect sweet spot, that balance between these amazing AI tools and the incredible, irreplaceable guidance of a real human teacher.
Which really leaves us with one final big question. The tech is here. It's not science fiction anymore. It's in our schools right now. So the real question isn't about the technology, it's about us. What kind of future do we want to build? And how are we going to choose to learn with this incredible new tool?